Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 54, and today we have the start of Season 7 as we begin a brand new Premier League season in charge of Swansea. Before we play the opening fixture though, against Everton away at Goodison Park, I'm going to show you the pre-season fixtures, the pre-season schedule we had, and also some new transfers for Swansea, some very interesting ones as well, and let me show you those first. So of course, in the last episode we ended Season 6 with Swansea, our most successful season ever with the Welsh side, and now we begin Season 7 with the start of the Premier League season. As you can see, we sold quite a few players as well, and certainly worth talking about. I'll try and be as brief as possible, but considering it's me we're talking about here, I'll probably spend about 10 minutes on each player. But anyway, we saw some players leave on free transfers and also some loan deals as well. Liam Cullen, the 16-year-old star back in the day, is now gone to Bristol City on loan for the rest of the season at Ashton Gate. It is such a shame that the guy never really developed, but that's just how it is really. But yeah, Cullen's gone out on loan, and also some departures that are really worth talking about. I'll try and speed through them if I can, but again, considering it's me we're talking about here, I might spend a bit too long on them. But still, Jesse Lingard has left the club for £5 million to Aston Villa. He's gone to Villa Park, and of course Lingard came in many moons ago after a successful loan spell here on a £5 million deal. He was one of those players, and I'm sure you have them in your saves as well, who are very good squad players. They don't play often, but when they do play, always do quite well. So to sell Lingard, a bit of a shame, but his contract was up come the end of the year, and I did actually agree to sell him during the season as well. Just made sure that he wouldn't leave until the season was over. So Lingard's gone. We thank him for his service, but he's finally finished here, and he's gone to Villa Park for £5 million. Also as well, a couple more players. Hugo Mayo, who's left the club to the Hawthorns and joined West Brom for £7.5 million. Interesting sale this one, because of course we didn't really need to sell him, and he was a first choice right back when we signed him a few years ago. He spent 4 years here, and only last season did we decide to replace him and play someone else, and that was Callum Chambers. He became a backup right back last year, although he did sign a new 5-year deal at the start of last season. He was on 60 grand a week. West Brom came in, £7.5 million. There's another clause as well, and we'll get a couple million extra once he hits 10 league games for them. But still, Mayo's gone, and I'm going to put my faith in Karaman this year, who you guys, I think you should know who he is. He's that young Dutch right back who's probably our hottest prospect here at Swansea right now. And two more sales as well, both worth talking about. First and foremost, Timo has left the club. Yes, that's right, Timo Horn, after playing 167 league games for us in, I think it was 5 seasons, has decided it's time to return back to Germany. He's gone to Wolfsburg for £14 million, and you know, Horn, I liked Horn, you know, I really did. You guys know that I always wanted him to succeed here, and last season I would say he had his best in terms of clean sheets, and he did, yeah, didn't he? 22 clean sheets in 38 games. Last season won the Golden Glove and also got into the Team of the Year as well, so not a bad way to go out then. But for Horn, you know, I did like him and I really wanted him to succeed, but the problem was he just, I mean, you know, how many times did you hear the sentence, Timo Horn beating at his near post? It was one too many times. So Horn's gone back to Germany, it's gone to Wolfsburg, and again for £14 million, I'll certainly take that. So yeah, Horn has gone, and I think we made a decent profit on the guy, and it is a bit sad to see our long-serving number one leave, but I think it was time. But the final sale I'll mention as well, as I try and speed through this as quickly as possible. Ruben Vezo has gone to Paris Saint-Germain for £20 million. Now this is probably the most interesting sale of the window. We signed him from a relegated Leicester side for £8 million, and if you remember when he came in, I said he wasn't the one we wanted, but we're glad to have him, or something like that. First season, he was first choice. Second season, third choice centre-back, but still played okay in the games he played. I thought we'd look to sell him this season and bring in someone younger, but when PSG came calling for £20 million, and also we'll get £5 million extra as well, so £25 million in total when he reaches 10 league games, I mean, we're going to earn £25 million from this guy's sale, a £17 million profit. That was just so surprising, because don't get me wrong, he's a decent centre-half. He'll always do well, and he started off quite well in Ligue 1 as well, but you know, for £25 million, Ruben Vezo, I'll take that any day of the week. So yeah, Vezo's gone. And again, a solid centre-back, a solid backup centre-back, but I'm not going to say no to 25 million, am I? So, yeah, those are the sales, quite a lot in total, almost 47 million pounds in total, lots and lots of money being raised, and also some new signings as well, some big ones too. Let's get straight to it. So 6 new signings to the Swansea side, and we're going to start off with a new backup goalkeeper. Kasper Schmeichel has joined the club from Leicester after spending a decade there at the King Power Stadium. His contract was up coming the end of the year, and Leicester now under Brendan Rodgers let him go to us for £250,000. He's not going to be our new number one, he'll just be a backup goalkeeper, but I've always been a big fan of Kasper Schmeichel, of course, son of one of my childhood heroes, Peter Schmeichel, and yeah, I'm really pleased Kasper Schmeichel is in as a new backup goalkeeper, because Adrian is still here, but this guy will be a step up from Adrian, and he'll be on the bench, whereas Adrian will drop to the resi, so not worth talking about too much, but yeah, Schmeichel's in, a new backup goalkeeper, and I think a pretty smart signing for just £250,000. And the second new signing is this guy, Jose Alberto Patino, a 20-year-old Mexican new-gen / regen. Looks really good. He's here on loan from Bayern Munich for the year, and I gotta say, I've signed this guy just for the season. He will cost us around £3.8 million for his duration here, but I'm just looking at this guy as someone who, I guess I kind of want to keep my eye on him and see how he does this year. He'll be here as a 4th choice striker / 3rd choice winger. So just a cover player really, but if he impresses me and does quite well, this may be the type of guy who I decide to bring back on a permanent deal, like we've done with players such as Lingard and Pereira as well. So yeah, he looks pretty decent, and again, only here on loan. There's no future fee arranged, sadly, either, but even though it will cost us a few million pounds for the season, he's someone who I guess I just want to, you know, keep my eye on this year and see how he does and develops as well. So yeah, Patino's in on loan, and we'll take him for the year. And the third signing is admittedly probably one of my worst deals in quite a while, and I kind of had buyer's remorse instantly after I confirmed this deal. But Joe Gomez has signed for us, of course, the former City player in the game, and obviously the former Liverpool player as well in real life. Joe Gomez has come in, and yeah, I must say he's not a bad player at all, but the money I've spent on him is a bit stupid really. He's valued at £9.25 million. I spent 15 million on him, and also there's a clause which I can't remember which it is, but it'll probably get met, and that will see it go up to £17.5 million, which is silly money really, because he's not a bad player, he's not a bad defender at all, but is he worth that amount of money? Probably not. So yeah, Gomez comes in. The reason I was drawn to him is just because with the sale of Ruben Vezo, I wanted a new backup centre-back, and I also wanted a defender with Mayo going as well that can play right back and also left back too. Basically just a good defender, you know, a good cover defender that can play all across the back line, left back, right back, and centre back as well. And Joe Gomez can do that. That's what I was drawn to really, his versatility. So yeah, Gomez comes in. For the money, it's a bit of a silly deal. I probably could have looked elsewhere, but I think he'll be a decent cover player. And again, if you remember with Ruben Vezo, signing him for £8 million, selling him a couple of years later for £25 million, not sure that'll happen with Gomez, but you never know, he could still make a profit on him in years to come. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Gomez comes in, a bit of an overspend, we'll take him. He's a good versatile player, and that's what I was looking for. And so with 3 signings to go, the remaining 3 players are really interesting, and I don't really know which one to show you first. I'm really excited right now. It's like when you give someone a gift at Christmas, you can't wait to see them open it. I don't know which one to show you first, because they're all really interesting deals, but I'll tell you what, we'll start off with another defender, and I've signed this guy, Fabiano from Athletic Mineiro in Brazil. Now this guy could be Marlon 2.0, and I'm really excited about this guy. Now just a quick side note, I did agree to sign this guy last year, but he couldn't get a work permit sadly, so because of that I cancelled the deal. We would have had to have loaned him out to Real Oviedo, our feeder club, for like 5 seasons, and I thought by that time it would be kind of pointless. So because of that I decided to reject that deal, went in for him again in the summer, and because he's now being capped by Brazil, the people that decide whether work permits can get given out or not decided this time they'll grant him one. So yeah, Fabiano's come in, and he's £12.5 million, that was the fee for him, although with clauses it could reach £20 £20 million, and there's a good chance it will in the future. So it'll cost us around £20 million, but to be honest, I'm super excited about this guy. You know, Marlon 2.0 is what he'll not be called as, but someone I'll think of him as, because he really does remind me of Marlon. He's Brazilian, he's a centre-half, he looks really solid, and I'm excited for the guy. I really am. He's only 21 years old. Already his valuation has shot up to £24 million. I think this guy is going to be an absolute monster for us, and already apparently he's our best centre-half. So yeah, he looks like a really good defender, and I'm excited to have this guy in our club. And just like players like Esposito and Pep and Redmond, I'm sure that in years to come he'll continue to develop due to being exposed to first team football and grow into a monster. So yeah, in comes Fabiano, and I'm delighted with that signing. And the penultimate signing I will show you is our new number 1. Leno has signed from Leverkusen. Yes, one German goalkeeper out, one German goalkeeper in. Leno has been signed as the replacement to Timo Horn, and to be honest, I think you guys knew he was going to be the replacement when you saw that Timo Horn had been sold, because of course last season I did take a look at this guy. I could have bought him to the club, but I decided against it because I thought his salary was a little bit unjustified at the time. But after Timo Horn, despite winning the Golden Glove last season, once again, just made too many mistakes on my liking really, and didn't really convince me too much. I felt it was time to have an upgrade, and yeah, Leno in my opinion is an upgrade. He's very similar to Timo Horn, very similar indeed. In fact, I might be able to compare them right now and show you the two together. They are really similar, but I think Leno is just marginally a little bit better. I mean, I guess it's really up to you to decide who you think is the better goalkeeper. I'd say they are very similar though. I think Horn is just a little bit better when it comes down to things such as distribution, but Leno is the better shot stopper, and to me, I'm more focused on that. So I would say Leno is a fraction better than Timo Horn, and we got him for a fraction more than what we sold Timo Horn for. Horn was sold for £14 million. Leno came in for his release clause, which was £15.25 million. So in the end, we spent a little bit more money on upgrading our goalkeeper. He may not be a massive step up, but he is a little bit better in my opinion. So yeah, Leno comes in, and for £15.25 million, I'll take him, and hopefully he'll prove to be a very good number 1 here, and just like Horn, have a very well, a solid few years here at Liberty Stadium before we once again look to sign another new goalkeeper. And as we move into the 6th and final signing, I do apologise for spending quite a lot of time with these transfers, but I just get really excited to show you all the signings I've made and all the transfers I've done. It's really cool for me to show you them, explain them in depth, and why I've bought or sold them. But anyway, our 6th and final signing, I've intentionally left this guy for last because I can't wait to show you him, but I really hope you guys smile when you see who he is. So our 6th and final signing for Swansea, without further ado, is Julian Brandt. Yes, how about this? Julian Brandt is back at Swansea. Hashtag Brandt back, or hashtag Brack, I don't know. I'm trying to do the hashtag Pogback that United did. But yeah, Julian Brandt is back at Swansea. Now, how about this? Many moons ago, he signed for us for £3.3 million. It remains one of my best ever deals ever, because even though he's only here for a calendar year, he was absolutely phenomenal. And then, of course, he got sold to Real Madrid for £44 million a year after we signed him. They came in, they met his release clause. He was always going to go. Back then, we are not the type of club we are right now. So he was always going to go, he was never going to stay, and he went to the Bernabeu for £44 million. He saw the lights of Madrid, he saw the amount of money he could make, and he got on the plane and went to Spain. So yeah, Brandt left the club. We made a £41 million profit on the guy, but his big money move simply never worked out, and a couple years down the line, he came back to us on loan for half a year. He knew where he was loved, he came back for half a year on loan, but last season, he looked as though he was going to get involved more in the first team with Real Madrid, but he didn't. He only played 12 games in total in La Liga, and truth be told, he wasn't happy. So this season, I thought I'd check him out, I'll see how he's getting on in Madrid, and I saw in his player information that he was unhappy, he had a negative, he said he needed to leave for first team football, and I thought, rub my hands together a little bit, thought maybe I can help you out with that one then, Julian. Put in a scout report, realised I could sign the guy for around £12.5 million, put that bid in, Real Madrid said yes. Brandt is back on a permanent deal on a 5-year contract for £12.5 million. Now, what an absolute bargain that is for what was, at the time, one of our best ever players. So, Brandt has returned on a permanent deal for 5 years. He's back. He knows where he's loved. He knows he's loved here in Spain. He should never have left, because his career did stunt a little bit, and his development really stunted too. He never grew into the player he could have been had he stayed at Swansea. If you remember, he was developing all the time, always in the first team. He was loving life, being a first-team regular, being a star of the show at Swansea. He left the club. He should never have left us, but it's okay, Julian. We all make mistakes. He's back now. That's the most important thing. And yeah, Brandt is back at the Liberty Stadium on a 5-year deal. Absolutely delighted about that. Welcome home, Julian. And hopefully you will help us win even more trophies at Swansea. So in the end, we spent just under £60 million with Swansea, and we still have a little bit of money left over as well. So before the window ends, I may make 1 or 2 more signings, and the squad right now does look like this as well. As you can see, it's got a little bit stronger than last year. You know, last year's team was absolutely fantastic, and despite selling players like Mayo and Vazel and Horn, in my opinion, it's got a little bit stronger than what we had last year. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that, because we're still making progression year after year, and that is really important for us if we want to go ahead and match the aims that the board keep on increasing. As you can see, this year, these are our aims. In the Premier League, it wants to qualify for the Champions League. In the Champions League, it's reached a quarter-final. In the FA Cup, once again reached a final, but fortunately in the Capital One Cup and the Community Shield, it's not too important. I'm pleased that the final one isn't important either, because in pre-season, we did this. As you can see, we had 2 tours, one of Japan, one of Portugal, and also a random cup here at Liberty Stadium as well. And in the Community Shield, I played that one off camera. We played United at Wembley, and we lost by a goal to 0. So unfortunately, we won this last year. We couldn't win this year. Mourinho got one over me. He couldn't believe it. Whilst he was lifting the trophy, he was giving me a wink whilst I was sitting down on the pitch watching him. And yeah, United won the trophy by a goal to 0. But it is worth noting, Bernard got sent off at the hour mark. And I've said this about 1,000 times now, but for some strange reason, whenever a team goes down to 10 men, we never win. Like, I can't remember the last time. Well, I can't remember the last time, but it doesn't happen that often anyway. Whenever we play against a team with a man disadvantage, we never seem to be able to get the win. It's so frustrating. But anyway, not too bothered. We don't retain it because it wasn't important, and that's okay. But the first game of the season is against Everton. We're away from home at Goodison Park. And hopefully we can win on the opening day like we did last season. So I feel as though I'm supposed to show you something. I feel like I'm meant to show you something right now, which I'm forgetting, but I can't think of what that is. So we'll just move on, and hopefully I'm not forgetting anything too important. But anyway, the first game of the season is indeed against Everton. We're away at Goodison Park, and hopefully we shall get off to a winning start like we did last season. So this is the team for the game then. As you can see, we're playing a 4-2-3-1 for this one. And the reason being, I'll explain as we go on. Leno starts in goal, back 4 of George, Rakik, Marlon and Callum Chambers. In midfield, Bentancur and Pep. And in the attacking midfield trio, we have Sisto on the left, Mahrez on the right. And in the middle, Gylfi Sigurdsson has changed that to... Do I want Sisto as an inside forward or a winger? He's usually better as a winger, isn't he? But do you know what? Mahrez is inside forward, so we'll leave as it is. Yeah, Sisto on the left, Mahrez on the right, and Sigurdsson is our attacking midfielder. Callum Wilson is our lone striker. And on the bench, Schmeichel, Fabiano, Gomez, Allen, Brandt, Barbosa and Esposito. Right now, Esposito is on the bench because he got injured in pre-season and he's not fully match fit. So that's the reason we didn't do it in the Community Shield, because Esposito loves Wembley. He wasn't in the squad because he was injured. But yeah, Barbosa's on the bench because he's just been awful over the past few months. Don't know why. And also Sam Redmond right now is suspended after accumulating too many yellow cards, which is what he does best. So first game of the episode then, first and only game of the episode, we take on Everton. It's the Premier League opening day. Let's get the win. Let's start off with the victory. Come on, Swansea. Let's get the 3 points in the first game of the new Premier League season. So first highlight of the new season, and sadly it will come to Everton with Costa on the ball. He finds the ball back towards Diego Costa. The shot is blocked though, and we'll get the ball clear, and instead the chance could come to us here with Wilson on the break. He finds Mahrez here. Mahrez on the ball, takes around one and finds Sigurdsson. It'll come back towards Mahrez, and just 5 minutes in here at Goodison Park, we started the season like we did last year by taking the lead on the opening day, and it's Riyad Mahrez who's got the goal. Wilson across to him. He played it through towards Gylfi. The tackle came in from Stones, I think it was. No, Tommy Hoban instead, but it drops straight to Riyad Mahrez, and the Algerian fires it in and gives us the opening goal of the game. Everton 0, Swansea 1, perfect start. So first highlight of the second half, and it will come to Everton with McCarthy on the ball. He finds the ball through towards Diego Costa, and Leno, making his Premier League debut, makes a very good save to deny the former Chelsea and Atletico Madrid striker. And as we get it behind for a corner, it's floated into the centre, but Tommy Hoban's header is off target. So we still lead by a goal. First chance Everton in the entire game though, but our new goalkeeper makes the save. Well, I've got to say, this has been quite a poor game. We still lead by 1, and we won't mind whatsoever if we can hold on to this lead with 5 minutes left. Chambers through towards Sigurdsson. Now Morris, the goal scorer, finds Barbosa, goes for goal. Someone beats it away, but Sisto turns in the rebound, and that should secure the point with 5 minutes on the clock. Barbosa's shot, well saved by Jan Sommer, but the Swiss shot stopper could only stop the shot and push it towards Sisto, and he manages to smash the ball in and put us 2 goals up. So that should do it then. Everton 0, Swansea 2. And we're going to win on the opening day. Although you never know, Everton could get back in the game later on here, and they're inside with the number 21 on the ball, and he finds the back of the net as well. I can never pronounce his name properly. I think it's Tovin, something like that. I used to say Falvin, but apparently that's wrong. But still, it's a nice goal anyway by the number 21, cutting inside and going for goal. And Leno, unfortunately, can't keep a clean sheet on his Premier League debut. It's a brilliant strike in off the underside of the bar, and it is 2-1. I'm not too worried. I think we should be okay, but Everton have clawed one back, reduced the deficit and halved it, and in fact there's another highlight here, so now I'm a little bit worried with the goal scorer out wide here, down left hand side, takes around Chambers and crosses. Marlon heads it away. Chambers will recover and possibly a chance on the break to get our 2-goal cushion back, but instead we're giving it away, and another chance for Everton. Are we livid if we throw it away here? Mandzukic through towards Suarez. Oh, what a save! Leno on his debut, bailing us out with a brilliant stop, and hopefully we'll be able to hang on. Desperation going to contain and trying to much lower the tempo if I can, or play even safer. I can't. I thought you could much lower the tempo on contain, maybe not. But still, hopefully we'll be able to hold on with just over a minute left in stoppage time. Marlon scrambles it away. Brilliant save by Leno there. Oh my word, I thought for sure Suarez was going to go ahead and equalise for Everton, but instead it's a great stop by the German, and that should do it. And indeed it does, because there is the final whistle and we hang on for the 3 points. So final score, Everton 1, Swansea 2. We get the victory on the opening day. I must say though, Leno deserves a lot of credit for that save there in stoppage time. A brilliant stop there. And we do indeed manage to get all 3 points. So delighted with that. It wasn't actually the best of games despite a lot of shots. There weren't too many clear-cut chances, but in the end we took the ones we got and we managed to get the 3 points. So a great way to start the season, opening with a victory. That's what we want to see, and I'm delighted we get the 3 points on the opening day. Start as you mean to go on, and that is the perfect way to begin. And that would end today's episode in my Football Manager series as well, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I shall return with the first game of the Champions League group stage against, well, I don't know yet. We'll find out together as the draw hasn't been made yet, but we'll take on someone in the Champions League group stage in the next game for the first game of the episode, and we'll take on Middlesbrough in the Premier League as well. So thanks for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have done, please leave a like. Much love to you all. Hope you guys have a fantastic Saturday today. The Premier League season is back in Football Manager and also in the real world as well. So enjoy the fixtures today. Have a fantastic Saturday, and I'll see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon.